Now we'll hear from head volleyball coach John Olmanson. Coach, what are some of your goals for this season?
You know, the goals we have in mind are obviously ones that push us to a high level of competition. Our conference has always been tough, but in recent years, the conference has gotten even tougher. And so, we went out and we recruited a bunch of young, competitive ladies that want to have an impact right away, which we can't ask for anything more. And so our goals reflect that. We plan to take as big a bite out of our conference and extend our season past our own conference tournament.
Who are some of those top returners?
Top returners, we have Megan Rutt, who is our number one hitter right now. She ranked very well. I think conference play alone, I think she was the best hitter in the conference. Don't quote me on that. But certainly top two. And so she leads our team with her efforts and her kill percentages. Other returners, we've got a great core of upperclassmen. We've got Viva Lee, who's coming back as a strong defensive player for us. Mindy Paler and Haley Dominowski are a couple of our middles that do a real nice job in there for us, as well as Callie Mathiasen, who is a real strong setter and came to us via transfer last year and stepped right in. And honestly, we expect that all those upperclassmen do the same thing and then some.
What have you seen from your team so far in this preseason?
Something that I've seen more this year is supporting each other. And we really ask these young people to do the impossible. We ask them to come together as a team and support each other while actually competing against each other as well. And there's always that fine line, and we really haven't even been close to that. They truly are supporting each other. They truly do seem to be putting team first, which you're not guaranteed when you go out and find competitive individuals. And so that is really reflected in the practices that we've had, the tempo, because they're all there for each other and for the team.
As you mentioned, your recruiting class, who are maybe some of those individuals that you've seen, kind of make that next step into the college game?
Pleasantly, they all really have stepped up from what we saw before. Now, recruiting is an interesting thing. You'll see one athlete, half a dozen times. You'll see another athlete maybe once or just film, and it doesn't necessarily translate. The one thing that we've seen in our sport, and probably true to all of them, is that the speed of the game is a lot faster, and that's where they struggle most. And this group, of course, we haven't been live yet, but this group, the freshman class and the couple of transfers that we have in, that speed doesn't really seem to have affected them in any way other than really motivating them to try harder. So a lot of the first-year players are making us take a look, and it's a wonderful problem to have, really, in more options, but we can't make everybody happy, and we need to put the most competitive team on the court. So,
what is one game or match that you have circled on your calendar, and why?
There's quite a few of them for different reasons. I haven't beaten Northwestern yet. I have not beaten Morris yet, and the polls just came out, and they're tied for first place in the preseason seeding. And so, personally, for me, I've got some targets on on those two. I really enjoy all the coaches in our conference, and so it's certainly nothing personal, but I'm also a competitive individual, and those two teams are ones I haven't taken a win from, and I think this is going to be our year to really get there.
Who are your captains this year?
We've got a great group. We have Megan Rutt and Mindy Paler coming back, two seniors, both high contributors to offense and defense, both. They're lead by example type captains that we're really relying on for just that, because we can't walk out on the court and talk to the team real quick. We need them to do it. Viva Lee has been also a senior, has been asked to take on the role as captain. Viva just has a great way she's like a talk show host. She can find a way to talk to anybody, and we're counting on her for that. And then also Bethany Carnop, who is newer to the program, but has a lot of playing and competitive experience, and I would challenge you to find someone on our roster that has a bigger heart and wants it more. So So she's really going to take on the role of kind of cheerleader type motivational captain, because she's always, the motor's always going, and she's always always positive, always smiling, always smiling.
Megan Rutt became the third player in program history to surpass 1,000 career kills, and Callie Mathiasen also is in the top 10 in some career categories. What do you expect from those two this season?
I expect business as usual, which might sound weird to hear, but they both compete at such a high level, and they know what they want. They have their individual goals. We have our team goals, and I have no doubt that those two athletes keep both of those in mind all the time. They're not stat watchers. They don't do it just for their numbers, but I feel strongly they realize that by working towards our team goals that they're going to get those. And so it's a mutually beneficial scenario for them. And if they make those goals, then we're in a good place. And so, yeah, I think it is going to be business as usual, and then maybe some more, because the team goals that the athletes themselves created are aggressive, realistic but aggressive, and those two play a significant part in that.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.